Polish mode is where a technical floor plan becomes a visual, and it's one of the things that makes Synapse genuinely different. You enter Polish mode from your model, and the plan you've been drafting is right there, ready to be seen in 3 dimensions rather than rebuilt. There's no separate model to make and no export to a different program, because the geometry you drew is the geometry that gets rendered. It starts with placing a camera. You click to set the camera's position on the plan and then set the direction it's looking, which is exactly how you'd think about framing a view if you were standing in the space yourself. Where you put the camera and which way you point it decides the whole composition, so this first move is worth a little thought about what you most want the image to show. Once the camera is placed, you can refine how it sees. Adjusting the focal length changes how wide or tight the view reads, the same way choosing a lens would on a real camera. Because the camera is reading your actual plan, it already knows the ceiling height, the window heights, and the proportions of the space. So the view it gives you is grounded in the real dimensions of what you drew, rather than an approximation of them. With the view set, you write a prompt describing the look you want in render. In a few seconds, the plan becomes a realistic image at true scale, holding the proportions of your drawing and placing the openings exactly where you configured them. This is the moment the work pays off, because the drawing you built for accuracy turns directly into something you can put in front of a client, without the usual gap between the technical plan and the presentation image. Sometimes the render is almost right, but one element needs to change, and segmentation is how you stay in control of it. When you click Segment, Synapse separates every object in the image individually, so you can select a single piece and act on just that. If the render added something you don't want, you select it and remove it, and the rest of the image keeps its context intact. This is what keeps the AI from being a black box, because you can reach into the result and adjust any part of it deliberately. Beyond removing objects, you can edit what's in the render directly. Click a wall to change its color or its wallpaper, and use prompts to add or replace specific pieces. Each change lands in the existing image and keeps the overall look consistent, letting you refine the space toward exactly what you intended rather than settling for the first output. When the image is where you want it, you export it. What you get is a finished, real-scale visual built entirely from your own drawing, ready for a presentation. From a single plan, you've produced both the technical document and the real-scale visual, all in one tool.